Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy, crazy world and are enjoying your Sunday. Now, for most of us, we are winding down, getting ourselves together for our work week and taking it easy, maybe about to make a nice dinner, have a nice glass of wine, and settle on in for the evening. However, I know a family that potentially may be having a rough Sunday because tomorrow their lawyers are due to be in court. Blake and Ryan Reynolds, they're due to be in court about this gag order to basically silence Justin Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, from talking because they have done a hell of a job of swaying public opinion against Blake and Ryan. However, it's not even swaying, they're giving actual evidence where Blake and Ryan have given none, and the evidence they have provided has been faulty, edited, and has a lot of omissions. So they're in a bad place, and it's going to be interesting to see what takes place on Monday with this whole gag order request. But right before that took place this weekend, Justin Baldoni's team released the website that they had been talking about for quite some time. And this website houses their amended lawsuit and a timeline with hella evidence, you guys. Screenshots, emails. It's there. And what's awesome with this website is that it's been done in a PDF format, so you can download these files. So even if come Monday, the judge is like, okay, hey, we're going to gag you. You have already had your fun in the media. Everybody really has realized that Blake was lying her ass off and Ryan Reynolds is kind of creepy. You've done the damage. Let's just wait a whole year till March 2026 to have this play out in court. But Justin's team, Brian Freeman, Justin's lawyers are so strategic. They dropped this website right in the weekend while we have time. Most people are at home. They can download it via PDF, and you have the time to dig through it. And there's all of these people on YouTube, TikTok, what have you, that are dissecting the claims. And they have Candace Owens, who is heavily involved. She's dissecting it all. So even if they do get gagged on Monday, that doesn't mean that all of the TikTok detectives and investigators are gagged. And Brian has already credited the internet, TikTok, the investigators online, with the amendments that they just released on this website. Because the metadata shows that Blake and her team have been conspiring against Justin Baldoni for months prior to it all popping off in December. So this is really showing this is a concerted effort to take this man down and ruin his career. For what? To get the rights to a movie? You literally burned your own house down because you wanted to get rights for a movie so that you could do the sequel the way that you wanted to do. It can't be that. It cannot be that you now have completely ruined both of them. At first it was like, okay, Blake's career is ruined. Everybody was putting it on Blake. Now everyone's seeing how heavily involved Ryan is with this, so both of their careers are ruined. They've also rounded Taylor into this as well, Taylor Swift. And I think that they're scared. I think that they are scared, especially with Blake having this request that she doesn't want to be deposed by Brian Friedman. I'd be terrified if I were Blake to go in front of Brian Friedman. He said he was going to sue her into oblivion. He is not playing around with them. And I do also think that Blake and Ryan are worried because I don't know about you. I knew that Ryan had Mint Mobile, like he owns or is involved with him, whatever. But on TikTok, all of a sudden, I have been getting all of these advertisements for Mint Mobile, and they're having this deal for a $15 line or this and another. It's being so heavily pushed because Blake and Ryan are going to need some money to fight this thing. Justin Baldoni has a whole billionaire. I believe his name is Steve Sorowski or something like that. Steve Sorowitz. That's what I think it is. But a billionaire backing him. He has the time, he has the money to play this game with them. And it was so unexpected. Blake and Ryan did not expect this to go down the way that it has. To the point where they're still so behind and so antiquated with their strategies that they threw Ryan Reynolds out in this super staged paparazzi photo op situation where, like, he came out of this building and all of a sudden he has all these fans and photographers waiting for him to sign autographs with the same pen, with the same, poster. That it was so staged. Immediately everybody was like, this is fake. It's just a feeling of fakeness and fraudulent all over it. Nothing felt authentic about any of the footage from that moment of him being photographed with all that paparazzi in the middle of the day like that. It's, come on. Their teams need to be fired. For one, advising them and getting them in this mess when all of this, nobody was talking about it anymore. It was dead and done until Blake and Ryan and their team came out with this heavily omitted article that they did with the New York Times and fucked it all up for themselves. This is all on them. They have nobody to blame but themselves, and I am so interested to see what takes place on Monday, to see whether or not Brian Friedman, Justin's lawyer, is going to be gagged or not. But like I said, it really doesn't matter because they've put this website out with timeline, with the evidence, with an amended lawsuit for everybody to dissect and go through and download via PDF. So you're still going to see the coverage that I'm sure you have been seeing all down your timelines, TikTok, Twitter, whatever you're on. So it's going to be ongoing, and from what I have seen, the last I saw of Blake and Ryan, they were looking rough. It seems like they've been having a lot of sleepless nights, and it seems like it's going to be ongoing for them. And I know that they are wishing that they never went this route, and I don't know why they will not fucking settle. It's ego. It has to be a massive fucking ego to just, like, at this point, not settle it. Just fucking settle it. Okay, so even TMZ is crediting the sleuths, which is basically everyone on TikTok, the investigators, the people who are dissecting all of this evidence line by line, page by page. Oh, it's glorious to see, and it's just crazy because I know Blake and Ryan did not expect this. They don't know what to do with this. You can't control TikTok. You can't control just regular, ordinary people who are getting in your business because you decided to make this a thing, Blake. Like, come on. And now you want everybody to be quiet. That's not how it works, honey. So the sleuths have noted that a version of the Lively State complaint published by the Times carries a date of December 10th, even though the complaint wasn't filed until more than a week later. The problem, that date is generated by Google software and is unrelated to the date when the Times received it and posted. A look at the metadata from the posted document correctly shows it was posted after Ms. Lively filed it with the California Civil Department. So it says, Justin Baldoni says now he has cold, hard proof that Blake and Ryan had it out for him several months before she dropped her Christmas surprise lawsuit. That was so dirty that they did that. So now he's updating his lawsuit. According to the new docs obtained by TMZ, Justin alleges the malicious and reckless defamation of his character started at least as early as October 31st. It's got nothing to do with Halloween and everything to do with the metadata embedded in the New York Times article about Blake Lively's lawsuit against Justin. Here is their evidence. Justin is claiming that the observer of the article found viewing an HTML source code for the article revealed references to a message embedded generator that referred to a date of 10/31/2024. So in layman terms, and in Justin's lawsuit, he says that shows that the New York Times started building the alleged defamatory article no later than October 31st. The outlet developed a tool to display the text messages that were such a prominent part of the Blake lawsuit and the Times article about it. So they were doing this back in October. The whole article dropped in December ish. So this is what a calculated, coordinated smear campaign is. And she literally said that Justin was doing exactly what it is that her team was planning and coordinating for months. It sounds so familiar to something that we've already gone through, and I have no clue why these people are not settling. Maybe they have some type of smoking gun up their sleeve that we haven't seen. Maybe I know that they requested all the dailies. They never got all the dailies. I think they got like a 5-hour edit. Maybe there's something in the dailies that's going to show proof of Blake's claims. I doubt it. But this is getting really, really tight for Blake and Ryan, and the feeling that they're going to go in to have court tomorrow to try to gag this lawyer is just over something that they decided to go forth with. You started it, so finish it. They never expected Justin to be coming this hard, to have a billionaire in his back pocket, to have all the evidence all organized and ready to provide to the courts and the court of public opinion. This is really very wild to see go down in real time, and knowing that right now in this moment Blake and Ryan are sitting in their Tribeca apartment probably flipping the fuck out. Because how are you going to write a statement to the courts for Blake because she doesn't want to be deposed by Brian Friedman? Y'all started this. They're shaking in their boots. So we're going to see how it plays out. We are going to see how this finishes. They should have left it alone. They really should have left it alone.